If your life's been a little loud lately, these cozy games are the quiet you've been craving, and right now they are massively reduced on the Nintendo eShop. Currently, the eShop is packed with charming, heartwarming, low-pressure adventures, and I've rounded up 10 of the best deals to help you unwind. But you know the drill by now, so be sure to like the video and subscribe for more weekly eShop roundups and general Switch shenanigans. With that said, grab a brew, get comfortable, and let's mosey on in to some cozy bargains. Let's begin with a cozy story wrapped in something that looks anything but cozy. A giant monster and a lost child with the fate of the world in her tears. Meg's Monsters is a short, heartfelt RPG about an unlikely bond between Roy, a towering, near-invincible monster, and Meg, a young human girl who desperately needs someone to protect her. The premise of the game is great. Meg is so powerful that if she cries, the entire world ends. That makes your role less about surviving fights and more about keeping her calm and reassured as you explore the underworld together. The retro-inspired graphics give it a warm, nostalgic feel, and the writing carries real emotional weight without ever feeling heavy-handed. It's a cozy experience not because it's slow, but because its heart is so genuine. Perfect for a quiet evening when you want something meaningful, simple, and surprisingly moving, and all for just £7.67 or your currency's equivalent. 40% off until November 30th in the UK and Europe, and December 4th in North America. And moving from monsters and emotions, we're heading into a cozy cyberpunk lounge where kindness, conversation, and cocktails are your main tools. The Red Strings Club is a narrative adventure set on a neon-soaked future, but unlike most cyberpunk stories, its tone is intimate and human. You play as a bartender who mixes drinks to influence emotions, a sculptor who crafts implants, and a hacker uncovering a corporate conspiracy, all without leaving the comfort of the warm lighting and soft music. There's no combat, no stress, and no complicated mechanics. The gameplay is built around thoughtful dialogue and creative problem solving. Every drink you mix and every word you choose nudges the story in subtle ways, making you feel like a part of each character's life. The pixel art is rich, the soundtrack is relaxing, and it explores themes of empathy, identity, and purpose. This is the perfect introspective game for players who want something slow, thoughtful, and emotionally rich, and is currently an absolute bargain at £1.79 or your country's equivalent, 87% off until November 30th in the UK and Europe and December 4th in North America. Now let's step outside for a breath of fresh air, wide fields, warm towns, and a soothing farming rhythm calling your name. Harvest Moon, The Winds of Anthos, brings a long-running farming series back to its cozy roots, while expanding exploration across a fractured world. You will farm, fish, care for animals, and rebuild bonds between separated villages. Anthos feels inviting with gentle music, soft colours, and simple daily tasks that give each session a relaxing pace. The new travel system lets you wander further without pressure, giving the game a sense of light adventure. The characters are friendly and easy to love, and the flexible progression means you decide how much or how little you take on each day. These games always succeed in never overwhelming the players, and it's great. You can currently pick this up for a 50% discount, £22.49 or your region's equivalent. It's also worth noting that you can currently grab this physically from Amazon in the UK specifically for £18.99 in the Black Friday sales. The eShop deal, however, runs until November 30th in the UK and Europe and December 4th in North America. From peaceful farmlands, let's drift into a relaxing slice-of-life sci-fi story where friendship matters more than the tech itself. Robotics, Notes Elite, is a visual novel that blends robotics enthusiasm with grounded, heartfelt storytelling. Set on a sunlit island, the tone is relaxed and youthful, following a small school club with big dreams of building a giant robot. The pacing is slow in the best way, letting characters breathe, joke, grow, and bond naturally. This is a cozy experience not because nothing happens, but because it makes you feel like you're right there hanging out with friends. The island scenery, upbeat personalities, and focus on teamwork give it a warm, comforting atmosphere, while the plot eventually deepens. The heart of the game is in its everyday moments, conversations, small goals, and shared joy. This is a bit of a gem for fans of character-driven stories with gentle sci-fi flavour, and is currently £6.29 or your regional equivalent, 80% off until November 30th in the UK and Europe, and December 4th in North America. Despite the very long name and the slightly predatory title, Shin Chan, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation is one of the coziest games on the Switch, capturing the essence of childhood summer vacations. Slow days, warm sunsets, little discoveries, and plenty of time to just exist. You will explore a charming rural town, chat with quirky locals, take silly photos, and catch bugs and fish, and generally just enjoy the beautifully hand-painted scenery. The game moves at its own gentle pace, encouraging you to savour every day of the endless 7-day journey. Its humour is light, its world is welcoming, and its activities are simple but satisfying. Nothing here rushes or pressures you. It's just a relaxing journey of a kid with no responsibilities and an entire summer to explore. This is a story of innocence. It's warm, funny, and endlessly relaxing, and currently is £16.99 or your country's equivalent, 50% off until November 30th in the UK and Europe, and December 4th in North America. And next up is something colourful, cheerful, and full of creative freedom. The MySims Cozy Bundle brings together some of the most comforting entries in the MySims series. Games designed entirely around creativity, gentle tasks, and charming interactions. You build homes, decorate towns, craft furniture, and meet a cast of cheerful, expressive characters who bring each area to life. Everything about the art style is soft, round, and approachable, making even small accomplishments feel rewarding. There's no pressure and no failure, just a relaxing sandbox where you customize your surroundings and watch your town flourish. The bite-sized missions, simple controls, and upbeat soundtrack make it perfect for players of any age who want a low-stress, creative outlet. It's an incredibly positive game that's great for unwinding after a long day or just filling a lazy weekend. It may seem a little pricier, but this is 2 full games with well over 60 hours of gameplay. That isn't too bad for £17.49 or your region's equivalent, 50% off until November 30th in the UK and Europe, and December 4th in North America. Upping the energy with Olli World, a vibrant skateboarding game, come meditative experience built around rhythm, expression, and momentum. The Rad Edition adds even more levels, characters, and customization, giving you plenty to explore at your own pace. Despite the fast action, it's surprisingly relaxing. The game wants you to feel good, not perfect. Vibrant worlds, soft pastel colours, and quirky characters create an atmosphere that's playful and welcoming. Once you settle into the flow, levels become calming trails where movement feels like art. There's no pressure to chase high scores, unless you want to. It's just as satisfying to cruise, experiment, and enjoy the scenery. It simply offers a warm, upbeat world you can glide through whenever you need a mood boost. And while it's a shame this is a North American deal only, it's still worth highlighting because it's such a good game. Currently $9.89 US or $13.19 Canadian, 67% off until December 12th. Now let's trade some skateboards and tricks for a cozy mystery. Jenny LeClue, Detective is a charming, story-rich adventure following Jenny, a brilliant but underappreciated young sleuth, whose life suddenly becomes far more dramatic when a real case lands in her lap. The world of Arthurton is beautifully illustrated with a hand-drawn aesthetic that gives every street corner and character a warm storybook personality. Gameplay flows between exploration, light puzzle solving, clue connecting, and branching choices that shape Jenny's personality and the direction of the investigation. Despite the mystery at its centre, the vibe is cozy rather than tense. The writing is playful, the humour is sharp, and the pacing is relaxed enough to enjoy at your own speed. It's a fantastic mystery experience, where most of the fun comes from digging deeper, meeting quirky characters, and watching the story unfold. Unfortunately, this is another game that is North American only, currently $3.99 US or $5.03 Canadian, 84% off until December 1st. Our penultimate game is a little cheerful and a little chaotic. The 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus double pack are two of the most charming management sims available on the Switch. Despite their lively settings, treating bizarre illnesses or running electrical university programs, the tone is laid back and comedic. You will build facilities, place decorations, hire staff, and watch your creations come alive in hilarious ways. The humour is light, the stakes are gentle, and the pacing is flexible enough to let you play however you like. These games are all about keeping things running smoothly, improving little routines and enjoying the silliness along the way, whether you're micromanaging or just watching students goof around. These games are great, and while a bit zany at times, it really shows how far the genre has come. Currently, you can pick up this bundle for £12.49 or your currency's equivalent, and you are easily looking at close to 100 hours of content on offer, and it is 75% off until November 30th in the UK and Europe and December 4th in North America. And to wrap things up, let's end with a quiet, glowing adventure that's small in scale but big in atmosphere. Candleman is a short, beautifully crafted puzzle platformer where you guide a tiny candle through dark, dreamlike environments. Your flame only lasts a few seconds at a time, turning every moment of light into something precious. The game balances warmth and shadow to create a calming, almost hypnotic journey. Each level introduces new ideas without overwhelming you, and the gentle narration adds to a storybook feel. It's a colourful and cheerful game, but it's the slow steps, soft light, and thoughtful movement that catapult this experience. It offers a peaceful and emotional story without demanding too much from you. And it's a fantastic, engaging journey that takes roughly 7 hours to complete, and for £7.55 or your regional equivalent, there can't be too many complaints. A 40% discount until December 3rd in the UK and Europe, and December 4th in North America. And now for a couple of Brucie bonuses. I recently mentioned in my Games Under $5 video, because there were quite a few cozy gems there. I'll link the video below. Roki is an atmospheric adventure rooted in Scandinavian folklore. You accompany Tove as she explores forests, caves, and mythical realms in search of her lost brother, encountering gentle creatures and solving grounded puzzles along the way. It's a fantastic game, and cheap as chips. Right now, just £1.79, a massive 90% off. And then there's Tin Hearts, which is a Lemmings-inspired puzzle game where you guide tiny tin soldiers through beautifully handcrafted toy dioramas. You manipulate blocks, redirect paths, and experiment with objects in creative ways to shepherd your troop to safety. The underlying story slowly emerges through environmental details and memory fragments, which really gives the game a great emotional weight, and I highly recommend it for just £3.99. And those are just a few of the cozy gems currently on sale on the Nintendo eShop. Perfect for slowing things down and giving yourself a little comfort. Lots of variety today, from relaxing stories to warm community sims and quiet meditative adventures. There's something here ready to brighten your cold, dark winter evenings. Let me know which ones you're picking up. Hit like if you found something new, and subscribe so you never miss the next eShop roundup. But with that said, thanks for watching, stay cozy, and I'll see you around.